What's up you guys, and welcome back to another Reddit reading video. Today we're going to be doing an r/Entitledkids. No, I did not steal this idea. It was inspired. It was an inspired idea by r/. So thank you to r/. See, I even gave the credit. So it turns out a whopping 98% of the viewers are not subscribed, and only a measly little 0.7% watchers are subscribed. So if you want to join a part of the Reddit reading family, go ahead and subscribe. Let's get on with the video. Okay, I'm recording this part way after the video is done. This first story is about furries, and I have no association with furries. This is my first time ever encountering anything about furries, so I'm not a furry. I do not associate with furries, but we read the stories as they are written. Alright, let's go. $2,000 for a furry costume? Okay, so this is my first post, and this happened a few weeks ago, and I gotta share this story. So a little bit about myself to set up to this story. I am a furry. I own a couple of fursuits, mascot characters, each costing about $1,000 to $2,000, so I do charity events, go to some conventions, and sometimes public meetups. I bought my main furry suit, which is a purple border collie dog suit that I use for charity events mainly. Backstory, this time around it was a public meetup when my friends had made what we call a fur meet at this local bowling alley. We went through all the steps of getting a permission from the managers and owner for this place for us suitors to come in and suit and play a couple of rounds. So names of people: host, entitled kid, EK, entitled dad, ED, mom/wife, handler, and me. So me and my friend got to the bowling alley and met up with the host who took our lanes. We had 2 lanes all the way in the corner right by the bathrooms and were provided with a huge fan. Awesome. 1 lane down from us was a huge family with a lot of kids. Sweet. We knew we were about to brighten up their night when we started to suit up. However, we were informed that we'd be playing this first round without the suit first, before suiting up, and playing the second round in our fursuits, which was cool. There were 8 of us. Out of the 8 people, 5 of us brought our fursuits. So our fursuits were sitting at the table closest to our lane. 3 of the suits were out in the open while the other 2 were hidden in totes. One of our handlers decided to stand guard and watch our suits. As the kid 2 lanes down from us had decided to come and play roughhouse close to our stuff and getting curious on one giant colorful head, one kid nearly spilling their soda on one of their heads caused our handler to move the suit even closer to us. 8 frame came around, and our host told us suitors that we can go ahead and start getting ready. Noticing one of the other guys was brushing out his suit, I thought I might as well do the same. So I moved over and grabbed my wicker brush and started brushing out my fursuit. The dude that was brushing out his asked me if I can watch his suit while he went to the bathroom. I told him sure, I was just sitting here and brushing my suit. In comes EK. So here I am sitting at the table brushing my fur. I noticed that this little girl, about 7 or 8, was leaning on the table peeking over at watching me. I smiled and waved at her. She ducked down shyly. I giggled and continued to brush my suit. Now, the EK peeks and continues to watch me. I see her thinking, mulling over her question, so I stopped and looked up, expecting to hear the usual questions I always hear from kids her age. Question being, what is that? Or, what are you doing? So I waited, but what I heard was, well, this. EK, can I have one? Me, confused by the question. What? EK, I want the purple one. Points to my fursuit. Me, looks down at my fursuit, then looks at her, finally registering the question. Oh, no, sorry, you can't have this costume. EK, why not? You have 3 of them. Me, 3? Looks at my friend's fursuit sitting on the table next to me. Oh, no, sweetie, those costumes isn't mine. EK, but I want that purple one. Can I have it, please? Me, I'm sorry, but you can't have it. EK, now mad. You're mean. I'm gonna go tell my mama. Me, okay. And so she storms off. Thinking that this was over, I went back and finished brushing up my fursuit. Once I finished, I suited up. Now, the fursuit I brought with me was all part of a full suit, but I only brought the head, paws, and tail, and wore it as a partial. We did have 2 full suitors with us, and as soon as we got our fursuits on, the kids and EK came running up to us and started playing with us, hugging and high-fiving, and just all out fun. I got stuck with the EK and her little sister, which I was okay with. We talked and hugged and high-fived. I barked at them as I was a dog and playing the part as one. As I love acting and was doing just that, and they laughed and scratched at my ears and my suit. Of course, I started kicking my foot like I was a dog and getting belly rubs. However, the EK had tried that. But I'm ticklish and I prefer the kids not touch me below the neck. So I had to put my paws/hands up to block her with my hands from rubbing my belly, even though she was trying to scratch at the neck of the fur, but the fur went over my boobs, and that's what she was aiming at, so I had to block her multiple times from touching me there. Anywho, in comes Mom and ED. Mom came up to all of us and asked if we can get some photos, which we all nodded, and Mom and ED took their photos and even recorded us playing with the kids. It was fun seeing the kids smile and laugh and just enjoy themselves. But after 20 minutes of this, Mom and Edie gathered up their kids and went back to their lane. However, EK constantly came back to pester us, mainly me, and would get in the way of me bowling, causing me to A, drop the bowling ball trying to stop myself in mid-run, and B, gutter because EK would hug my leg suddenly. One thing to keep in mind about fursuits is we have limited vision, depending on the suit. Some don't have very good vision, while others have great vision. Luckily mine has excellent vision, but I don't have peripheral vision, so I couldn't see anything running at my side like EK was doing, so it always catches me off guard, causing me to stumble and whatnot. During this, however, Edie was pestering my handler, who was unable to help me with EK. It took the host to get the kid to stop. So here I am going to sit and take a breather, taking off my head. I was able to overhear the conversation with Edie and the handler. Questions being, what are we? What are those called? Do they do birthday parties? Etc. Which our amazing handler answered him, all pleasing the Edie. However, the EK ran up to Edie and begged him for one of the suits, again pointing at mine. Edie turned to the handler and asked, how much? Handler, for one to be made? Edie, how much for the purple one there? Handler, oh, these costumes aren't for sale. However, the owner of the suits makes them, so you can talk to them about making. Edie, how much? I will pay you $20 for any of these costumes. Handler, $20 is way too little for these type of costumes. Edie, fine, 30. Handler, I already told you, they're not for sale, and that is still too low. Edie, 40, no higher. Just sell us one of these costumes. Handler, now getting pissed, but calmly says, okay, fine, 2,000, final offer. Edie, 2,000? That's way too much for a furry costume. Handler, actually it is not, sir. These costumes are handmade costumes, one-of-a-kind characters that these people made themselves. Materials alone cost a couple $100 plus, along with the foam and other materials, plus the time and the hard work these makers go through. Edie, speechless and sputters, well I just need one for a day. $20 and you can keep it, I will return the costume. Handler, nope, 2,000 and it's all yours, no returns. Edie, ugh, fine. The Edie stormed off, dragging his EK with him. I sighed in relief as I hugged my fursuit. My fursuit means the world to me. It helps me escape from stress. I thanked the handler huffed frustrated by the Edie but nodded. The rest of the game went smoothly. EK didn't bother us again. Edie was complaining to his wife, but the mom just shook her head and waved farewell when they left. We had a great game after that, but yeah, that happened. I do have more stories of entitled kids and parents, along with Karens from the job I cannot wait to share. Hope you all enjoy this little story. Well, that's my first time in my entire life ever going through any kind of furry anything. The moment I see anything furry, I skip right past it because I'm just like, this is weird. Yeah, that's still weird. Yeah, it didn't change my mind. That's still weird. But I mean, I could see it. If people are like, I don't know, insecure about themselves or like have a really stressful life, people do have really odd outlets. This is just another odd outlet, I guess. That's just not my style. But yeah, the dad was definitely entitled, the kid was definitely entitled. I could see how the suits cost up to that time. They are one of a kind, they are handmade, and they do need all those materials, so that's totally understandable. Okay, next story. No more furries. A kid almost poops himself, and somehow it's my fault. This happened about a week ago, and I'm only now realizing that I hadn't posted because I went to the same place again. I shop at a certain grocery chain that was recently bought by a giant online shopping center. I'm a regular there, and almost no staff have even put items back for people because they are just so slammed all the time. Now, there's a grand total of 6 bathrooms in the store. 2 upstairs, 1 male, 1 female, 2 downstairs, male/female, and a family bathroom in the food court, and a lone single person bathroom underneath the escalator. I've used the bathroom under the escalator almost exclusively because of the 2 normal ones have stall doors that don't lock properly and have a habit of flying open when the slightest push is given to the whole stall structure. This is relevant, I promise. One last thing before the main story. I have a form of IBS. It's not really IBS because of the surgeries when I was younger. It's the easiest way to describe my condition is. Anyways, I'm sitting in the bathroom when I hear a push on the door and somebody walk face first into. This is normal. Most people don't read the sign and keep trying to get in until they hear me yell, I'm in here. I give my yell and go back to my business. That's when the door is walked into again. I yell, there's someone in here. The following conversation ensues. Me is the person. EK is entitled kid. EK, can you let me in? I really have to go. Me realizing it's a kid that can't be older than 10. Sorry man, there's only 1 toilet in here. EK, can I use it? I really have to go. I'm going to have an accident. Me, no, you can't use it. EK, that's mean, why not? Me, Because I'm on it. There's another one in the back, go there. Now, keep in mind, this whole thing is happening through the door. EK, I can't leave, I don't know where my dad is. Sighing, I grab my phone out of my pocket and call the store. I get the customer service desk as the kid has gone into full-blown entitled mode and screams and bangs on the door saying, let me in, let me in. I calmly tell the desk what's going on, and I can hear a friend of mine show up and tell them there's another bathroom in the back. The kid protests with the dad line again and finally relents, and I assume walks away. I finished up soon after and went back to my desk. My friend was there but hadn't realized it was me, and we both had a laugh. And also, wonder where the kid's dad was in all this. I hope that kid made it to a bathroom, but the kid needs to learn some patience. That kid probably just really had to go. I've had those times where I'm like, I have to go now! Next story. A girl doesn't let an old soldier on the bus. This happened at least a few hours ago, on my way back from school, and even if this is my first post, I knew I had to share this here. EK, entitled kid, OS, old soldier, BD, bus driver. So I was waiting at the bus stop and there was a girl about 2 or 3 years older than me. Sorry to assume, but she was wearing at least 2 tons of makeup. We were waiting, me in front, OS in the middle, and her in the back. I quickly took notice to him as he was slightly shaking and repetitively tapping on the floor with his left cane and his jacket covered in badges, poppies, and medals. I suggested he come in front of me as I saw the bus arrive and I wanted to do something kind for once. That's when EK kicked in. EK, excuse me, why are you letting him in front of you? Me, already annoyed. Because it's my choice and he's an elder. EK, but he's going to be slow and I need to get somewhere. Quickly, move out of the way. She started pushing me, which ended up in me pushing her back. EK, why are you pushing me? Do you know who I am? OS, yes, you're a brat that obviously doesn't know how to show respect. That sets her off screaming. There had been quite a racket, so naturally people turned their heads and looked what was going on. She was trying to get past and tried to hit OS, which quickly caught the BD's attention. Thankfully, he was sane enough to call a few security members to come and take her to calm down. BD, what on earth do you think you're doing? OS, he offended me and he isn't getting out of the effing way. BD, already have called the security and trying to get her to calm down. Listen, young lady, I dislike your behavior to this elder, and you can either go away or apologize to this poor man and stay quiet and respectful. A security guard and a lady wearing a formalish outfit arrived at the scene. EK, listen, all you dicktards can F off, because I just want to get on the bus quicker than this old guy can walk. That got her taken away. OS and I could only do so much as stare at her, trying to hit the guard, and then chuckling to each other. I even waved goodbye. Wow, what a this whole time I imagined this as British people. I don't know why. I don't know why. It just seems like a British thing. I don't know why. Anyways, let me know if you guys liked some entitled kid stories. A lot of the stories here are actually like, I won't say mediocre, but are less than, they're less quality than ProRevenge and Nuclear Revenge and stuff like that are like highly watched by the mods and stuff like that. These are just a bunch of random stories that are nowhere. Just because rslash made that video, everyone comes rushing to the new sub with all of these videos and the mods can't really keep up. So hopefully by time, if you guys like these stories, by the time we read them again, the mods will have gotten it together. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. I hope I see you guys next time, and goodbye. My lovelies.